Yo, welcome back on this. It's supply and demand. So, we're going to look at supply and demand and how to draw it and how to use it. So, supply refers to the point or zone where sellers are willing to sell from. So, any point at the supply zone right here, it's where we shall be looking for opportunities to sell. You get, and demand refers to the point or zone where buyers are willing to buy from. I'm trying to give you the simplest definition of supply and demand that you can get. You get, so if you hear a demand point or if you reach a demand point, what you should always have in mind it's buying, not selling. Never sell when price is overbought. Sorry, when it's oversold. And never sell when price is oversold. You get, at supply, it's when price is overbought. So we need to sell because price has been overbought or the currency has been overbought, and sell at buy at demand because price has oversold. So these are some of the examples of how you can draw them. So I'll go to 1 hour chart. We shall look at my chart and at least show you how really this goes. So right here I drew this to show you a definition of supply and demand. So remember I told you supply is the highest point or the point where you're looking for to sell from, and the supply it's where price has overbought. So let me delete this. So if you look here in this chart here, right here, where do you see that price has overbought from? It was this point. This point before I drew this. This was the point where price overbought. This point here, right here. That's where the price overbought from. You get? So anything at any point of this is where you have to sell from because price has overbought. You get? So let me delete this first. So we draw this that I drew. Okay, you have to draw this. So any point where price comes back, at any point that price comes back to our supply zone, just sell. Look for opportunities to sell. I don't mean that if it comes to the supply, sell immediately. No, don't do that. Don't do that mistake. Wait for confirmations that wait for your own confirmation. Confirm that you need to sell. You get? So what do we say? What did I say about the market? It's the lowest point in the market where people are willing or buyers are willing to buy from. If you look here, this is the lowest point of the market. You get? So when price went go up, came down and went back up. So when it came back down, again it went off. So there's something that is really at this point here. You get? So there's a demand point at that point whereby you can't see it on 1 hour, and we shall go to 30 minutes 30 minutes time frame and see what's literally there. So if you look here, we have this point. You get? Where price is reacting off a lot of times. That's also a demand zone. You get? So price comes back, went up, touched on the supply, came down, touched on the demand, went off, came back, and now it's going back up. You get? So this is also a valid demand, and this is a valid supply here. You get? So how do you trade supply and demand? So I'll say if price comes to your supply zone, always wait for a confirmation of a change of character where price takes out the low. That means that it's changing from bullish to bearish. A change of character in simple form, it's when you have changed a trend from bullish to bearish. So if you look here closely, we had this 15 minutes. Let me go to 15 minutes. for better explanation. If you look at this point, this was a break of structure here. That was a valid break of structure here. And because after break of structure, we don't expect price to take out the low, but price here took out the low here, and it came back up at again another supply zone, the 15, whereby you could have sold from here, from any of this point here. You get from here 50% of the point would have sold from here, targeting the demand zone here down. You get, and you would have made a profit from that. You get, so this is one of the confirmation you can use to know whether to sell or buy from the demand or sell from the supply. You get, so how would you buy at this demand zone? Again, here we got a break of structure, a valid one, and we got another change of character here, and price came back at the 50%. This tool helps you to mark the demand zone. So here, literally, remember we're in a downtrend, so it could be risky taking this trade, but if you're a good trader and you know what you're doing, you would have bought from any of this point 50% here, and your stop loss below here, below the demand, the higher demand zone, and at least you take profit above here. You get, so you would have been in profits by then. You get, so that's also another confirmation to help you buy or sell at those points. So it's your boy FX Sadiq, and I'm signing out. So be tuned for the next tip.